Fantasy Show, Soul Fan Show. Hey, it's the Soul Fantasy Show live for May 30th, 2020. Going over the top picks, plays, and studs for the Draftkings and Fanduel. Specifically, Draftkings. We're going over the Cleveland versus Miami, 3 p.m. Eastern Time slate. Please subscribe to this channel if you like the content and are looking forward to the NFL season and possibly NBA playoffs. It's going to be nice. Right on top, one of my very, he's not my favorite player, but I like him. He is expensive. Jimmy Butler. It's going to be in every lineup today. There isn't the biggest studs that I've ever seen here. So you're going to have to pay up for people like Jimmy Butler. Bam. I've said this before. Sexton, he's okay. So, something about Jimmy Butler. He's 8-6 on FanDuel, averaging 42 fantasy points a game at 1,800 minutes. A plus-minus of 226. Made 326 field goals. He made 30 pointers, 350 rebounds. His turnover ratio is only 11%. He doesn't turn the ball over that much. In the season, he had 53, 30s he gets a 50. Today, there isn't a lot of studs, no. Like, some days there are. Today, there really isn't. I like Sexton, though. So he's only 85 DD. Has a nice, easy matchup. He's going to get you at least 30 fantasy points, 1 per minute. He is 5,900 on FanDuel. He's really cheap on FanDuel. All right. Had a lot of minutes. His plus minus is negative 397 for what that's worth. 47% field goal percentage. Okay. 200 rebounds. His turnover ratio is 12. So, like I said, he has numbers like Jimmy, 50s, 30s, 40s. Similar numbers, Jimmy. So, if you want to save a little money, Sexton is the sole stud of the day. 10,400. So, you have Bam. 46, 28, 46. He'll get you that. He'll get you there. 47% chance to get 30 to 45 fantasy points. 32% chance to get up to 60. Bam's good to go. Bam is in there. But Sexton's going to do better. Bam, I'm telling you. This is just how it is. This is how DFS is. You're going to play Bam, and he's not going to get make his projection today. I'm telling you. So I'm still going to play him because he could make his projection, but I don't think he is. I still like him. Drummond, 1.4 fantasy points, has an easy matchup. 44% chance to get 40 to 60 fantasy points. So this is top heavy. So you're going to have to roster Butler, Sexton, Bam, and Drummond, and Love. Love has a very good chance to get 45 to 60 fantasy points. He's definitely getting over and hitting his projection at 5 times value. Then I want to touch on him first. He's 6'8" on FanDuel. Plus minus of negative 268. Usage rate, though. Look at his usage rate, 23%. When he's playing during the season, they rest him a lot because he's their franchise. He is the franchise. So they're not going to rest him here, so he's going to do good. Turnover ratio 15%. He gets steals, he gets rebounds, a lot of rebounds. He is a rebounding machine. What did he do during the season? See, 50 all the time, 63. He has those. If you ever see 24, 11, 26, 39, 24, that's because they rest him after they get blown out. So I don't know if I don't see a blowout here. Miami is the top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference, and Cleveland is way down there, way under 8. So there could be a blowout potential. I don't really see a blowout. Today I don't see a blowout. You could see a blowout, and then if there is, Kevin Love, I don't know, is he going to get rested? Probably. If the probably. If it's a blowout, is it going to follow the same things an NBA season follows, even though it's sim? We'll see. I don't know. Let me know if you see players getting rested that are stars like Kevin Love, franchise players being rested. Leave it in the comments below so we can figure this all out. So a lot of people like none. 6% chance to get 45 to 50 fantasy point per minute. None's good to go. All right, here's some stats on these guys here that I'm not too crazy about because I want to get down to Larry Nance, Kevin Porter Jr., and Derek Jones. They're my 3 soul sleepers of the day. Larry Nance, definitely in play. 27% chance to get 30 to 45 fantasy points for only $3,600. Fantasy point per minute. 43% chance to get 5 times value, but he's going to get 7 times value today. Roster Larry Nance Jr. if you can. You can. He's cheap. Kevin Porter Jr. 6 times value. 29, 22, 21, 26. No chance to get 60, but he has a very good chance to get 15 to 45 fantasy points, and he will hit 6 times value because he's only 3,200. Almost getting that fantasy point per minute. Then you have, there's Garland here, 3 times value. I'll just show you him. You can play him. But I'm happier if you play Derek Jones over Garland because Garland's 6'6", and he's going to get the same fantasy points. Look at this, 52% chance to get 15 to 30 fantasy points for $3K. I'm all in with that. And that's it. That's really it. There's not much today. Let's just try to fuck with the lineup optimizer. So, I have no interest in Duncan or Seti. I do like Andre Drummond. I didn't really talk about him. He's okay today, but everybody's going to play Drummond. So, that's just a gimme. So, I mean, you know the deal with Drummond. You should by now. All right, so Tristan Thompson, you can play him if you want, but look at this. Here we go. Now we put Larry Nance Jr. in there. Now look at all the money we have, even as Jimmy Butler with our captain. Then we can get rid of him. We can either put Love, Nunn. People seem to like Nunn. The people that watch this show, so let's just throw him in there for them. We're going to keep Drummond in there. We're going to definitely get rid of Garland. Garland is way too expensive. Dragic, no, don't want Dragic. So if I go down, I can play Kevin Porter Jr. All right, now with what I have left, here you go. Kevin Love. Look at this lineup. You can't go wrong with this lineup here. I shouldn't even go over any more lineups. You should all just play this in cash. Jimmy Butler, Larry Nance Jr., Kendrick Nunn, Andre Drummond, Kevin Porter Jr., and Kevin Love. You can't get any better than this lineup. If you play this lineup, I think it will get first place. But, maybe not. There might be something else out there, like who you're going to play in the MVP spot. And we talked about Sexton. So there's Sexton. So let's try to throw a loop and put Dragic in there for fun. Get Tristan Thomas out of there. Don't put Garland in, please. Please, if you watch this show, don't put fucking Garland in. I'm telling you, don't. Derek Jones. Now we have enough money for Nunn or Love. Not Garland. Not Hero, not Seti, not Crowder. Kevin Porter Jr., possibly. Don't put Solomon Hill in. Or Silva. So I'm just going to throw him in there again. So look at this. Butler's very expensive. So now we can just forget Larry Nance and put Drummond in. Look at that. Boom. Sexton, Dragic, Jones, Porter, Butler, Drummond. Another smash lineup. All right. Here's some lineups that they picked for you, which you can play. I'm not saying I don't know everything. They might know more than me. So here's a couple lineups that they're just generating. And let's make another lineup with a cheap captain. So say you want to go real cheap at captain, Larry Nance Jr., all right? This is a good captain. I'm telling you, he can put up points. During the season, he was very good. So then just go to the top notch guys. Sexton. We're forgetting about Bam. We are forgetting about Bam. We have to get rid of him. So we can go like this. Oh, sorry. And we could put, I guess you have to go here because you're playing Bam, Butler, Sexton, and all in your flex spots. They're all three of the top studs. So there's some three nice studs there, and then you just go mid-range at the bottom, and you have a cheap captain. Okay? All right, now let's just go very cheap as we can with the captain. So, say I want to go Derek Jones, and then I try to play some mid-range guys like we have Bam. Not mid-range, he's a stud. So we'll try Love. We will try Sexton. Drummond stays in. But now we only have enough for Robinson again. So then you can just blip right up to Tristan Thompson over Duncan Robinson. So I like Tristan Thompson better than Duncan Robinson today. Yes, I do. Okay. Go over a couple more lineups. You're going to have to be crafty with these lineups today because there's not much going. So let's go really cheap with the captain spot. Really, really cheap. We can't go much cheaper than Derek Jones. But if I just fuck around and put Solomon Hill in there, let's see how many studs I can get down here. Look at this. Look at the stud count. Love. All right, so we're 3,000 off. And just go like that. If you want to go really, really cheap in your MVP spot, you can. You can do that. All right, it's the Soul Fan Show. Soul Fan Show.